Yeah. My bad.
All right. Hey, you guys. Happy Saturday. Welcome to episode 9 of the First and 10 NFL podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good. I just for a second off of football, I'm very pumped about tonight.
Oh, here we go, right?
I'm sure everyone knows Kevin is a lead singer for the band Hostile Rage. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just to do a little promotion for you. Here's the CD, people.
Oh, dig it. Dig it.
Some great
Now,
stuff.
I want to tell you that's available at Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Tower Records, and Amazon.
Excellent. Guys, if you're a metalhead, 2 CDs, very good stuff, great stuff on here. Classic old school metal, you'll love it. And you can't go anywhere without your Hostile Rage shirt.
No.
So
I love it, man. I love it.
that's for my boy Kevin, who's going to tear the roof off Dingbats tonight.
That's
if
the
you're
plan.
local, live in the area,
That's the plan.
come on, man. It's going to be a great show.
Dingbats, Van Houten Avenue, Clifton, New Jersey.
Yep. Here we go. Some football talk. What do we got today?
Oh, man. I saw Mr. Corbett very high on Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
very
read the
high on
article.
Zach.
I didn't read the article. So what did he have to say?
Oh, man. He just said that he thinks he really thinks that this is the guy, that we finally found the guy.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
coming from him, I mean, he's played with 10 quarterbacks over his career. 10.
Yeah. Wow. Was it that many?
Yes, it was that many.
So
10.
Was Pennington the only quarterback who lasted the longest with him?
I think
He
so.
was there with us 5 years, I believe, right?
Because remember, Wayne's first year was with Boomer.
Was it? Wow.
Yes, that's how long ago it was.
It wasn't with Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't even remember the year he was drafted.
Yeah, because remember it was Kotite. That's one of the best things Kotite did was sign Corbett.
That wasn't the Parcells era? Yeah, you know better than me. You're more of a historian than I am.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it was still the old uniforms. Remember when Parcells came in, he changed the uniforms?
You're right. And Corbett was already on the team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll go with it. Like my facts are not there at all, but wow.
Because
Yes,
you still hear like sometimes the morning show, I'll listen to Esiason.
Okay.
And he still talks about Corbett coming in and how he was this raw kid but he knew he was going to be great.
Okay. Now, do you want to know that maybe it's just me? There's always, at least for me, there's always a player on a team that even though he's on my team, I can't stomach him. And Boomer is that player. And here's the reason why I don't fault him.
He'll always be a Bengal. Come on.
I don't even fault him for that, but I fault him and I stopped listening to him on radio. And when he's on TV, I turn him off. I constantly feel like he's knocking the Jets. Like if they did something wrong by him.
Yeah, he's very brutal on them. He is.
No, and I don't get it. They brought the kid home after Cincinnati. They brought him back to the team he supposedly loved. You know what? And I always feel like, and maybe he's just brutally honest. And as a Jet fan, I can't take it and I should. But he's the one Jet that I could care less about. Like, to me, he's not a Jet. Like, if I had to scratch a Jet,
he's a Bengal.
Yeah, I scratch him off the list. It's the same
He's
way.
a Bengal.
It's the same thing with the Mets. I'm not a John Franco guy.
Exactly.
They're just players that, and that's just me. But what'd you think of the voluntary workouts?
Amazing. How many people showed up, right?
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep.
I think it was 80, right?
Yep.
And then that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot about the program, the coaching staff, and the direction they're headed in. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the surprising names that I heard were there was C.J. Mosley was the big name.
Oh, you know how I love C.J.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I'm pumped that he was there. And I believe our center McGovern was there, which,
nice.
These are veteran guys who really don't have anything to prove, but I'm glad they're showing they want to prove something.
You need everybody on board. Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, strength and unity,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Now
So what?
I send you something. Again, I got to learn how to pronounce this guy's name, but the undrafted tight end we signed is, from what I'm hearing, could be that secret unicorn that makes the team. He's looking good.
Him and the kicker.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So
Amazing.
Herndon, whatever you pronounce, he better watch himself because that job's not his,
Well, I heard he looked good, Herndon. So, and again, you never know with these undrafted free agents.
No, exactly.
Hey, look at who we were just talking about, Wayne Corbett.
Yeah. Yeah, and we went over that list of the names that I was shocked. I believe you were shocked that some of the guys that were undrafted, we didn't even know they were undrafted, and they made an impact on this team.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
And talking about tight ends and stuff, what do you feel, or how do you feel about the Giants bringing in Kelvin Beachum and trying to convert him to a tight end? Now, he's a big guy, big boy. What do you think about all the moves the Giants made?
It's like we were saying to each other, Jeditis.
Yeah.
Again, when we had Tannenbaum, like we were talking about, and sign this guy, sign that guy. Oh, he's a free agent. Get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. I think they're doing the same thing.
I think so too. I just feel like they're just taking guys, they're grabbing everyone and seeing who sticks. Who sticks? Will he stick? He sticks. Throw him here. Stick if he sticks. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I fault that. It's like signing quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. The one sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just and listen, I'm not a Giant fan. It would be great to get someone on, and maybe we will in a couple of weeks, and we could rehash this topic. I just feel like they don't have a game plan. They're just bringing in whatever they could bring in, and I don't know if that's good, bad, or ugly, but
Yeah, well, hey, you can't have too many horses in the stable, I guess.
No, you're right. And again, it's not my team, so it's not for me to worry about. But I was just curious your thoughts. Like,
it is interesting, yeah.
Because every time I see the Giants, and I'm like, oh wow, they signed Tim, and I'm thinking, oh, why didn't we do that? And then I'm like, well, the reason is because you know what? We're changing the culture, the way we're not just going to bring in
the philosophy.
Yeah,
I mean, that didn't work for us. Signing this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy.
You're right, but you see, my train of thought is because we've been conditioned to bring in every Tom, Dick, and Harry off the free agency heap that don't stick, and that's my thing. I'm like, oh, why don't we grab him? Why don't we grab him? Why can't we get him?
I don't know how long ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but the Eagles. Do you remember the Eagles did the same thing, and they called it, the dream team, the dream team. Yes. They stunk.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, I'm not a Giant fan. I don't know. Like I said, it'd be interesting to get someone on here. My fear for the Giant fan right now is that you're bringing in too many players and they don't fit your program. If there is a system or a way of thinking, but hey, the Giants, listen, I can't take anything away from the Giants. Giants have been a good team. They won more Super Bowls than we ever will. And, we'll see. But like I said,
who now, are we to say?
Yeah, Jeditis was the one thing I thought. I was like, ooh.
No, I agree.
They're winning April and May and March where we used to. So again, like you said, your famous quote was flipping the script. And
I'd rather win September to January.
I agree. I'm 100% with you on that. I just wanted your take to see if.
And then I'd really rather win February.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, you said something a couple of shows ago, how we want to be the team that the shows are talking about. And listen, I know it's dead time, so this is why, but we were on the NFL Network a lot this week. Like, we were the prime subject on Friday and even Thursday morning. And it was interesting to see,
nice.
Them
and it's about time we start getting our due diligence here. And how many teams had 80 people show up?
None. I think we were the most. Like I said, I believe the Giants only had 30 players. A couple other teams had, whoever met had like 40 players or something, but 80 is great. Listen, 80. I mean, you're talking about you bringing 100 players into camp when you start. 80 already for the voluntary, and most of them with the veterans showed up as well. That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's
amazing.
incredible, you
That,
know?
no, it's a good sign. That's a great
Yeah.
sign. That's a great sign.
Listen,
That means players are into it. They're focused. They want to be there, and that's exactly what you want.
exactly. Now hold on to your hat because I'm going to give Zach Wilson some credit here. And I don't know if the Jets are just putting it out there or because Sam was such the opposite, I feel we didn't get to really learn about him, but I'm going to give Zach some credit. And I don't know if he's doing it with the veterans yet, but he's definitely made the rapport with the undraftees and his draft class.
Nice.
He's been going on podcasts that they do and participating in little things that
that's what it's all about, man.
And to me, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part. Like,
if you can form that bond between each other now,
exactly.
What do you think you're going to get in September?
Agree. So to give Zach credit, I was happy to hear all this news. I heard he's going to try to call some practices on his own where he could get his receivers, nothing scheduled, you know.
Way to do it, man.
Yeah. So that was good stuff because at least I don't remember ever hearing that from Sam doing stuff like that. You know, even in the off season, bringing the receivers to his neighborhood, throw the ball for a couple of days. So I hear that's what Zach's doing. So props to him.
That's great. That's terrific.
So that's good news with that.
What else you got?
Let's stick with the Jets here. So what's up with Sherman? Before we came on, I got something from fan site saying that he's still in the mix.
You know how I feel about it.
Okay.
I'd love to have him here as a veteran presence, as a mentor to the younger guys. And I mean, okay, he's slowed a little bit with his age and everything, but he's still got the smarts up here. I mean, sometimes you can make up for speed with technique. So, and experience. So,
yeah,
I'd love to see him here.
I said it to you last week. My fear with Sherman is that he probably figures we're not going to win this year, and if this is his last hurrah, he wants to go to a winning team. I don't want to overpay to have him come in.
Don't overpay. Don't overpay.
And the fact that he's still out there, to me, says these teams that are on the verge of winning don't need him.
Don't need him. Sure.
Yeah. So he's holding on or betting for somebody getting hurt or somebody getting cut, and then he's going to come in at that last minute. Again, that Nelson kid is out there from the Steelers. I got to do more research on him because I can't figure out why he's not signed.
All I heard was that Sherman, right after the draft, is when he was going to decide what team he was going to pick.
Okay, so now
here we are. How long after the draft?
Yeah.
A month?
The draft ended May 1st. So we're 20 days in, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Close to it. Yeah, sure.
You know, we already had, draft class workouts, voluntary workouts, and he's still sitting at home.
Yep.
But again, the interesting thing for me is Nelson. Why isn't he? So I got to do some research on him.
Why are these guys still out there?
Yeah. Are they asking for too much? Is there something lacking in their game and we just don't know? Are they attitude problems? They don't play nice with others. I don't know. I just can't believe like someone is sitting out there. But
no, me neither.
Again.
And I mean, Lord knows we could use another cornerback.
No, exactly. And you know what, Kev? I believe, now you'll correct me if I'm wrong, Brian Poole is out there. He played nice for us. Now, unless he just doesn't fit into what they're going to do, but he's out there. Why aren't we bringing him in?
I don't know. Maybe we're holding the spot for Sherman. I don't know.
But I can't live with whatever bless Austin. He can't be. I'm sorry, like nice little player, but he cannot be starting for us.
Who was the guy? It reminds me some of these guys that we've had at corner. Who was the guy on the Giants years and years ago? They used to call him Toast because he was always getting burned.
Jason Sehorn.
No, it was somebody else.
I can't Toast as well.
All I know is his nickname was Toast.
Okay, I thought it was Sehorn.
And when they asked, why is his nickname Toast? Because he's always getting burned.
Yeah. Yep.
And I mean, I think of back some of our guys, Cromartie. I loved Cromartie.
Yeah.
But you knew that one or two plays a game, he was getting burnt deep.
Oh, yeah.
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 Because I mean, you had Rivas on the other side, so they always picked on Cromartie.
Yeah, but do you remember back in the 70s or like Darryl Ray?
Yes.
And who were some of the Victor Green was a little later. I always liked Victor Green.
I loved Victor back there.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't get into the blown coverage in the AFC Championship against the Broncos that started their comeback.
Yeah. But like, do you have any hopes for Ashton Davis, who we drafted last year? That other kid, what's his name? Harper, I think, or Bryce, whatever. Do you have some hopes from them to?
Hey, I got hopes for everybody until they show me they stink.
Okay.
You know,
no,
as a Jet fan, well, we have this hope.
No, you're right. You're right, and that leads to my next question. We touched on it last week. It's been quiet on the Tavon Austin front.
Yes. So
I'm wondering if they're waiting to see how things happen in practice and say, no, we're better with him than we are with him doing this job. I don't know, but he's still out there.
A lot of guys are still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, pick one. What are you waiting for?
I'm just throwing names out because it's been such a quiet week.
And there's even the right side of the line.
Yeah. Which I'm going to touch up on now that you brought up. Let's touch up it now. So I think it was the Washington football team. They just released right tackle Morgan Moses. So he's out there. Mitchell Schwartz, I believe, is still out there. I believe he's having surgery, but he could play left or the right side. And if you imagine, like if we dare to dream, like you said, the Eagles with the dream team. Morgan's supposed to be a good player. Now, I don't know if Schwartz lost or anything or how critical this surgery is, but how about those two guys on your left side?
Nice.
You know, now you got McGovern in the middle and you got the thoroughbreds on the right side that we're hoping to be here for 10 years, like the next DeBrickish or Mango with Becton and Vera Tucker. I mean, now you're giving Zach Wilson a chance to stand in the pocket like Brady used to and maybe eat a sandwich.
How many times did we see Brady stand back there? And I think I was watching a repeat of a game a few weeks ago against us, and he's standing back there. The guy could have had his lunch.
Yeah.
And it's like we're fighting, and their offensive linemen are just going like this, and we can't get past them.
Yeah,
it's like insane.
And this is why we need. It sounds like the Jets are still high on Fant. All right, fine. So bring in Morgan Moses and Fant and see how it works. But
I mean, to me, any quarterback, if you can give them time to stand there and check off their receivers, they're going to be good.
Yeah, if they're worth their salt, they're going to. Exactly. And the reason why some say this Zach Wilson was good is because he had an offensive line that gave him seconds to throw. Where he was in there, he could check down. He had his time.
Yeah. Go through your progressions, the whole bit.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. The Jets better do that, fam. Again, I hear people say, don't worry, there'll be cuts late in the season.
And that's another thing Corbett said, was that he was really impressed with the talent they're surrounding him with.
Yeah, finally.
Yes.
Finally.
So.
But, you know, Kev, I was again in my neighborhood today, and I bumped into a few Jet fans. I see their hats, so I asked. Again, the three people I just talked to all wanted Sam here and felt he wasn't given that opportunity.
Of course, we know that.
They're all saying the same thing now. Zach's got the opportunity. This better work, or Joe Douglas is going to be the laughing stock if this doesn't work.
Again, that's another thing Wayne said was that this is this regime's guy, Zach. They're going to live and die with him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm still worried the fact that the weak competition, but listen, I have to get off that horse and jump onto the other horse and ride them. And
it is what it is, man.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Yep.
The last thing is today, not for today. I mean, the last thing was that the 49ers cut Marcus Lee, wide receiver. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to bring him in. Give him a tryout.
Why not?
We've said weapons.
Like
right?
I said, can't have too many horses in the stable.
Yeah, I'm willing to bring him in. Maybe they will. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how old he is or what his story is, but
I mean, I'm really starting to like our wide receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't like this stuff I'm seeing about Crowder on the trading block.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No, that's ridiculous. Is it great word for it? Ridiculous.
Yeah. Like I said, bring in Marcus Lee. Let these guys fight. Competition is going to bring the cream to the top, and we sign the best 6 out of how many we have.
Yeah, I mean,
and
nobody's going to go injury free. Somebody could go down in a heartbeat, and then what are you going to do?
No, exactly. Well, we're famous for signing guys off other teams' injury reports and never putting them in the game.
Yeah, I know.
So that's another thing that's got to change.
Oh, hopefully that's going to change too.
That's another thing that's got to change. So,
so I hear you have some interesting cards you came across.
I do, but I got 2 more topics for us. The first one is, and I should have started the show with a mini rant, Brian Hoyer.
Back with the Pats.
Yeah. Now,
so who's going to be our backup quarterback?
Yeah. So someone made the point that Brian Hoyer came in for the interview, got some intel, and went back and
reported the bill.
And let me tell you something, Kev. It makes sense because he's going to go sign with the Patriots, and he right now is the 4th string on the team. Where on our team, and listen, I could care less, but my point is that if you're a player, you want to go to a team that you may have a shot to play. Mm-hmm. Right now, his best shot to start is with us. And I don't want him to start, but I'm saying he's going back to the Pats for what? To maybe be the 4th string? He's not beating out
Cam and
he's beating out Mac Jones. And he might not even beat out Stinson, who'll probably be on the trade block anyway. They're 3rd string. But you went back to the Patriots? What kind of player are you? Like, I thought players had to fight. I figured he'd come in and say, listen, I have a chance to win a job here. I know they love the kid, but I have the experience, Sure. Instead, he went to the Pats. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Don't come crying when they cut your butt in early September and you're on the couch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No. Well, I mean, in past years, we would do something like go pick them up.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm wondering who the backup's going to be.
They seem to like this Morgan kid, but again, there's no experience out on the
right,
field.
Exactly. I did hear. Oh, who the hell was it? So they mentioned somebody that we could pick up.
Okay.
And I'm drawing a blank.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
It'll come. Like the name I threw out there last week, I don't even know if he was signed.
Nick Foles.
Really? Okay.
That's what I heard. That was a possibility. Nick Foles.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue that.
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah. But I'm afraid of dissension.
Splitting off.
Yeah. I'm afraid he comes in.
Half the room likes Foles, half the room likes Zach.
Super Bowl quarterback, I don't know. That'll be an interesting topic to follow. Mm-hmm. But how about that organization, the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Mr. Tebow.
Can we just touch up on their faux pas this week?
Do you know that I saw last night?
Okay.
That his jersey is now in the top 5 selling jerseys.
Yep. Yeah.
Go figure.
Now, I love the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars let other teams' grades slip in the draft. Like, what kind of organization? And you're calling my organization a bunch of clowns? Like, how did this leak out, Jacksonville? How did other teams' grades leak out?
Good question. Good question.
I mean, is there an investigation? Is this something that happens more than we know, and it's just big news because it's Jacksonville this year and they're a story? But how does that slip? Like,
somebody's leaking it.
Yeah, like how does everyone know what we had Trevor compared to Zach? Like, how did this all leak out?
Good question. Good question.
How's Trevor wanting to come to Jacksonville now because no one wanted him with us, right?
Yeah. I know.
And the Tebow circus, because he now officially signed his contract.
Yes, that's it.
A little under $1 million. And the funny
thing I wonder what Trevor's saying.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, Kev, when I said to you last episode, they're going to show him running with no shirt on. Well, somebody ripped him for being out on the field an hour before practice, already suited up. And a friend of his, I think it was a former college friend who's plays for another team right now, said, come on, Tim, the practice is in an hour. What are you all geared up for, you know?
He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
But again,
we'll see how it works out with them.
Yeah, that could be a bad signing. That could be trouble in Jacksonville for poor Trevor and the boys.
I mean, I could see him having hands of stone, honestly.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. I just want to say.
I mean, when he was a QB, he threw the balls in the dirt. So
I just want to say it again. We heard all football season, why would Trevor ever want to come to us? Why? You want to know why? Because Joe Douglas righted the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we don't know how where it's sailing off to or how far it's going to sail out. But right now, there are no leaks in this ship. This ship is ready to sail.
I mean, is Trevor sitting in Jacksonville thinking about the Jets saying, man, why did they win a game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why did they win that extra game?
Exactly. And here's another thing. All right, Salah's a first-time coach, but how many college coaches really hit it big in the NFL?
Not many.
Pete Carroll? But again, he took his lumps in the NFL first, went to college, and then came back.
How many of them come to the NFL and then go back to college?
Because Saban.
They couldn't cut it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It should make for interesting talk, but I just have to put it out there because every time I see a Jacksonville faux pas, I keep thinking of all the people, all you media guys who said, why would he want to come to the Jets? Don't be surprised if he asks for the trade. I wonder if you gave Trevor truth serum now, if he would like to be with us now.
Yeah, if he'd rather be in
with 80 guys showing
one of the biggest markets in the world.
Yep. And 80 guys showing for, you know what? It says a lot when we got knocked and we heard, why would Trevor want to come there? When we have 80 guys show up for our voluntary workouts.
That's why he'd want to come
exactly.
Here. For the same reason the 80 guys showed up.
Exactly. When veterans like McGovern and CJ showed their face to Salah, they know that this guy is something special. They hear it, they see it, they're feeling it.
Yep.
Let's ride it. Like he says, what's that saying? All gas, no brake. Let's do it.
Absolutely.
I'm ready. Season could start today for all I care.
And I mean, oh man, I said that last. I was ready for it to go.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know he sat out because of COVID and everything. He said, but I think one of the biggest reasons that Mosley sat out was because he didn't want to play for Gase.
You might be right. I bet you a lot of Jets would have sat out.
These guys know what he was.
Yeah. I bet you a lot of Jets would have sat out if they could have foreseen what was coming.
Sure.
So you brought up something about some little fan merchandise and stuff.
Yes,
I know you have all your great stuff. I wish I saved some of mine. The one thing I do have is a Darrelle Revis card.
Nice.
This might be from his rookie year. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back. So there's that one.
Nice.
My man, Johnny Johnson, who we got from the Cardinals.
Johnny Johnson, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love Johnny Johnson. That was Rex's first year, right?
I don't know if it was Rex's
No. Who was that?
It wasn't well, let's see the year. Does it say the year? In 1993, that had to be oh my God. It wasn't Kozlitz's era, right? 93?
It might have been. I thought he was more in the 80s, though.
He was acquired in the trade in 93. That's when we got him. He earned his first Pro Bowl in 1990. Well, anyway, here's his Cardinals card.
Nice.
And then
the guy I'm confusing him with in Rex's first year was Thomas Jones.
Okay, yes. And here, the man, the myth, the legend, one Browning Nagel. Nice.
Oh man, I hope Zach's not Browning 2.0, man.
Yeah, really. I'm hoping when I get to my storage, I have his jersey still. But let me show you something. I'm sure you have these as well. Do you remember this one? Winning, we're in.
Yeah. Wave your towels. Wave your towels.
Yeah,
wave your
winning,
towels.
we're in. And then there's this one. Woohoo!
Yep. Big old Kevin.
Yep.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man.
Oh, good times, Kev. Good times, Kev. So one quick thing before we go for today. I saw this interesting post. Teams, years since posting a losing record. So what do you think is the longest stretch that a team has went with without having a losing season? Now, I believe they include 8-8 as a winning season. So who would you think has that longest streak out of all the teams?
You would think the natural answer would be the Pats, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. Yep. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep. Pittsburgh.
17 years since they had a losing season. That's incredible.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Think about that. And then think about how many years it's been since we tasted the playoffs.
No, exactly. But here's the kicker. I'm 51. I believe I know 3 Steeler coaches, maybe 4. We're on 4 in the last 12 years.
I know 3.
Knox or no? Was it Knox?
Cowher,
and Tomlin, right?
And Tomlin.
Yeah, 3.
Well, who else? Who else is there?
No, I get confused with the Knox Knowles things. Knowles was the Rams, but yeah, 17 seasons without posting a losing record.
That's amazing.
Do you want to know who came in second and third?
I think Kansas City might be in there, right?
Okay, Kansas City was third with 8, and Seattle with 9 under Pete Carroll.
Seattle under Pete Carroll. Go figure. Yeah. How long has he been there now?
It's got to be a decade.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
It's got to be. I mean, Holmgren was there, and they had Hasselbeck as the quarterback, if I remember right.
And I mean, what was it, 96 that he was the coach of the Jets?
Yeah, where he did the choke sign and he never recovered from that.
That's right. That's right. And then ironically, Parcells came here and he went to, didn't Pete go to New England?
Yeah, for the 1 year, and then they got rid of him. Well, that might have been right before Pete, I think, because then what happened was Parcells came and then you might be right. You're right. I'm getting the story confused. You're right. So the next longest is 5 with Baltimore and Tennessee. I just thought it was interesting. 17 seasons.
Tennessee, really?
Record. It's amazing.
I guess those some of those years had Fisher in Tennessee.
Must be. Yeah, no, Tennessee was only 5 years.
Okay.
I don't think it was any with Fisher. Who was before oh my God, Vrabel. Who was their coach before Vrabel?
I don't recall.
Because how long is Vrabel there? Is this season 4 for him?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because Baltimore and Tennessee are next with 5 in a row.
Wow. And how long has Harbaugh been in Baltimore?
Oh, he's been there for a while. Ever since Rex is gone.
Yeah.
Right? Because those were the 2 coaches that were banging it out to be the coach.
And Rex interviewed for the job. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I'm looking at this and I'm wondering how true this really is. It says years since posting a losing record. And in 4 years, New Orleans only had a winning record for the last 4 years. When was
figure?
Yeah, I thought it'd be more, but then I'm remembering Peyton had to sit out 1 year because of the Williams scandal.
Yep. Yeah. Bounty Gate.
Yeah. And Chicago 3 years in a row. Yeah, I guess I just don't remember. I can't think of. But anyway, that's my information for the day, Kev.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, this was
so
fun.
Listen, during these slow weeks here leading up to training camp, we really need to get some of you on here as a guest. So we'd love to have you.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about your team, talk about the Jets, talk about the league in general. Come on, talk crap with us. I mean, just have a good time, you know?
Yep.
That would be cool.
Excellent. Yeah. Sounds awesome.
So
all right, brother.
It's a wrap. And hey, I'm gonna see you later tonight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't wait, brother. Can't wait.
It's gonna be fun.
Gonna be awesome.
Fun. All right, you guys. It's a wrap on today. Have a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful hot weather we have over here on the East Coast now. Yep. Okay, finally it's warmed up. I think summer's around the corner. So, and you know, when summer's around the corner, it won't be long and we're starting training camp.
Yes.
So,
yeah. So we'll have a lot of good things to say. Yep.
Absolutely. All right, you guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week. Yep. Jet up. See you later, brother.
All right, you too.
Sounds good.